In this session, we'll be basically discussing about nomenclature, the codes which help you to name particular organisms, and different binomial nomenclature rules. Now, when you talk about some recommendations, there are few of the recommendations which are for different organisms. Like for plants, you have ICBN, which is called International Code of Botanical Nomenclature. Apart from ICBN, you have one more code for plant, which is called ICNCP, which stands for International Code of Nomenclature for Cultivated Plants. So both of they take care when you talk about the nomenclature of plants. Now, when you talk about the nomenclature of animals, you have ICZN, which is International Code for Zoological Nomenclature. For bacteria, you have International Code of Nomenclature for Bacteria, and for ICVN, it stands for International Code for Viral Nomenclature. When you talk about binomial nomenclature, which is given by Carolus Linnaeus, we must be knowing that every organism has vernacular name, it also has English name. Now, vernacular names and English name are not known to everyone in the world, so we should give a particular name to the particular organism, and that remains common whenever we talk about any of the part of the country or the world, which the name it's recognized. Now, that particular name, it's called scientific name, and that name consists of two words. One of the words is genus, and the other word, it denotes a specific epithet. Now, we need to know what are the rules when you apply a scientific name or give that particular scientific name to any of the organisms. The names are always printed in italics. If you're not printing them, if you're just writing them, you write down and separately underline those names. First word, it means the genus. The letter of the genus will always start with a capital letter. Apart from that, all other letters, including a species, first letter will be in small. You can also mention, let's suppose you are writing down Mangifera indica. After Mangifera indica, in Mangifera is the genus, indica is the specific epithet. After Mangifera indica, you can mention LINN dot, which stands that LINN dot is actually for Linnaeus. Now, Linnaeus was the first person who gave the name about Mangifera indica, and he mentions the scientific name for Mangifera indica. So, giving the author name after the scientific name, it's called authority. You are allowed to give, or if you want, you cannot give the author's name also, but author's name always it's to be written in abbreviation form. You can write down LINN dot, or you can also mention L dot. Both of the names are correct, but you will have to make sure that genus and specific epithet both will be in italics or underlined. This name will never be in italics or underlined. Now, there is one important thing where the questions are coming in most of the exams called tautonyms. In some of the organisms like Naja, you must have seen, one more example if I can give you is Rattus. You can see the genus and the specific epithet both are having with the same words, Rattus and Naja. Both of the words are same. Now, when you talk about then the genus and the specific epithet both become same, the scientific names are called tautonyms, and tautonyms are never allowed in plants. You will never be giving tautonyms in case of plants. Now, what happens is, let's suppose I'll give you a scientific name called Brassica oleracea. Now, Brassica is the genus and oleracea is the specific epithet. And just after saying Brassica oleracea, you cannot differentiate whether it is cabbage, if it is cauliflower, or it is broccoli, because all the three plants have got the same scientific name called Brassica oleracea, but they are different. So, we need to look forward that where is this difference occurring, and that difference is occurring when you talk about, subspecies level or variety level. Now, subspecies and varieties are innermost categories which comes after a species, because their genus and species, all of these three plants have the same genus and species. We'll have to talk about the third difference, and when you go to deep down in the species, you call it as subspecies in case of animals, varieties in case of plants, or strains in case of microorganisms. So you have to look forward for the third name apart from genus and specific epithet. The VAR stands for variety. So you are giving the variety name also to differentiate, okay, this particular variety is for this plant, this variety is for this plant. Like we can talk about Brassica oleracea capitata, it's for cabbage. Brassica oleracea botrytis, it's for cauliflower, and for broccoli it is Brassica oleracea italica. Now, they are different at their variety level. Now what you have given is, apart from giving the scientific name which is in binomial nomenclature, you have also given the variety name. Giving variety name in case of plants, giving subspecies name in case of animals, it's known as trinomial nomenclature, and trinomial nomenclature was proposed by Lamarck. According to trinomial nomenclature, a species is not the basic unit of classification. What is the basic unit of classification is subspecies. In the next session, we'll be basically discussing about the concepts of taxonomy.